door deep inside me.
Hello America, and welcome to Bridging the Gap, and I'm your host George G. Money Willis, and today we're going to talk about following. Man, it's a beautiful day and I'm getting ready to go out, go downtown, move around a little bit, but I wanted to share with you what I heard at Bible study last night. I went to Fountain of Faith, and I tell you, Reverend Newman is phenomenal. He is one of the best pastors I've seen. And I've been, you know, I go to multiple churches. I love Creflo and Pastor Wood and Reverend Rand, Dr. Bumpus. There's a lot of ministers that have really, truly inspired me. And Joyce Myers and Pamela White. I watch and I follow all of them, and Joel Osteen. But I'm a student. I'm not a follower. I'm a student. So, but Pastor Newman is truly anointed. And I wish I could film this guy and show you that he carries a very powerful message, and he is very knowledgeable, and he presents himself very eloquently. I love this guy, and I love going to Bible study with him. But we talked about what I got from Bible study last night. It was about following. And we were in the book of John, and we was on chapter 21 in the book of John. We were just finishing that series. And we were talking about following, man, and you have to be careful who you follow. He talked about Simon Peter and how the other disciples were following him, and they were supposed to be out being a disciple of Christ and saving souls and bringing people to the goodness of God, right? And I guess Simon Peter got a little bit bored, and he said, I'm going fishing. And he asked the other disciples, he said, do y'all want to come? And this is not verbatim. This is just my synopsis of what was going on. And Simon Peter said, do y'all want to go? And they was like, yeah, come on, let's go fishing. So they went fishing, and they was out there all day and all night, and they didn't catch anything. They didn't catch anything. They followed him out there, stayed out there for hours, and didn't catch anything. So that morning, they looked at the beach, and there was a guy standing on the beach, and it was so far away they couldn't tell who it was. And the guy said, did you catch anything? And they said, no, we didn't catch nothing, and they sounded a little bit discouraged. So the guy said, throw your net on the right side, and you will catch a whole lot of fish. So they threw their net on the right side, and they drug it in, and they caught a whole lot of fish. But guess who the guy was? The guy was Jesus. So the point is, follow Jesus, man, and do the right thing. Continue doing what you're doing. You know, I struggle with that because I called a friend and I said, am I going down the right path? Should I be just working 9 to 5 and making a living and buying things like most other people? Or should I stay on this road following God? And he said to me, continue what you're doing, and God is obligated to give you your heart's desire. God is obligated to take care of you. You know, and he says it. God is not gonna not do what he said he would do. He said, if you follow my commandments, then I will give you what you need. You know? So my friend told me to continue, and so that's what I'm going to do. But, you know, I can't be stupid. I need to have a job, and I need to support myself, and on and on. But I have faith that God's going to put the things that I need in my way. Let me read, and this is from John. This is the greatest book in the world. This is from John 21, and this is what I was talking about. At dawn, Jesus was standing on the beach, but the disciples could not see who he was. He called out, fellows, have you caught any fish? No, they replied. Then he said, throw out your net on the right side of the boat, and you will get some. So, you know, you got to follow God, man. And let me go over to the other side. And then once they came back and they found out that it was Jesus, and Jesus took them to breakfast. And I'm gonna skip through a lot of this. But what was so important that Pastor Newman brought to my attention was that Jesus, when they were sitting down to eat, Jesus asked Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? So what was he asking him? This is, do you love me more than these? Do you love God more than you love stuff? Do you love God more than you love your friends? Do you love God more than you love money? So Jesus was asking him, do you love me more than these? And Simon Peter said, yes, Lord. Peter replied, you know I love you. Then feed my lambs, Jesus said to him. Jesus repeated the question, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Yes, Lord, Peter, you know I love you, he said to Jesus. Then take care of my sheep, Jesus said. Then Jesus asked him a third time, Simon, do you love me? At that point, Simon got discouraged. He started questioning his love for Jesus. And he was like, yeah, I love you, God. Why you keep asking me? Jesus, why you keep asking me that? And he said, then feed my sheep. I tell you the truth. When you were young, you were able to do as you like. You dressed yourself and went wherever you wanted to go. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands and others will dress you and take you where you don't want to go. So, in other words, Jesus saying, take care of people and do God's will and follow God's commandments and serve others, love others, take care of others. Because one day somebody's going to have to take care of you. And then I'm going to skip or Judas and said, what about this guy? And Jesus said to him, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is it to you? You just need to follow me. So Jesus told him, quit worrying about other people. Just follow me. Put God first. Do God's work. And everything else will take care of itself. Sometimes that's hard. That's real hard. Because the world tells us to get things and buy cars and houses, clothes, jewelry, all of that. And I have to admit, sometimes that's enticing to me. But that's not the most important thing. What is the most important thing is the type of man that I am and how I follow God and how the young people that I lead and I try to inspire see me. That's what's really important. So I'm going to continue to follow God, do God's will, and we're going to continue to bridge the gap.
You've done for me, I must confess, you taught me how to live my life and gave me hope. Showed me how to give when all I had thought wouldn't be received. Don't know how I could face another day without you in my life. It's not worth living without you by my side. Don't know how I could stand unbroken